Good evening. This is Bill from Auto Europa Naples, and tonight I have this pretty incredible 2007 Cadillac XLR Roadster. I've always loved the XLRs for a variety of reasons, but one of the main reasons is it was designed after the Stealth Fighter, and I can tell. You just look and God, what the hell? Midas-size that thing, for Christ's sake. Anyway, you can just tell when you look at the thing, you look at the weird, angles coming at each other from all different, directions. It just has a very unique look that just doesn't appear to be like anything else on the road. Of course, it became one of Cadillac's design philosophies for a while. All of their cars were quite angular, but I think the XLR was truly the best of them. This is a Passion Red limited edition. There are only 250 of these things. I mean, it's already a rare car. And now you're talking about a limited edition of a rare car. So just 250 made this year. This was 114 of the 250. The condition is absolutely stellar. It's got this beautiful, rich, fire engine red color. Up front, you can see those two plastic shields on either side of the bottom grille there. That's part of the radar cruise control system. Pretty cool stuff. Look at the clarity of the headlights, the chrome. This thing's just mint, mint, mint all around. Really, really good looking piece. Michelin's, the XLR badge. You just gotta love this thing. Start inside the trunk. Alright, so if we can get in the damn trunk, here we go. It's quite a big, convoluted trunk, the way it comes up, and it comes up really tall, and it's, power operated, which frankly it better be based on the size of it. But you can see anyway, a nice big area back here, although up there where those mats are, that is all area for where the top is going to go. It's not where you want to be, so anyway, nice big trunk in this thing. Sorry, I had a little issue there with the guy walking by. Very different, setup doing the filming here, I have to say. And I know a lot of people hate it, and what are you going to do? Anyway, all you get is this little area back here if you want to run the top. Now, if you don't want to run the top and you need cargo, you can pull this guy out, move it forward, lay it down, or remove it altogether, and you all of a sudden have an enormous trunk that you can use to carry all kinds of crap back there. So you'd be very happy with that. If you need the storage, make sure you get those things back in. They click a little micro switch. If you don't do that, the top's not going to work. Over there at Porsche, you can just hear those guys, man. They just racing around all day, up and down and beeping and honking and speeding all over. You can tell they're having fun over there, probably more fun than I'm having. Anyway, to close it, you press this guy and nothing happens. Try that again. Then it comes down nice. All very lovely, fits into place. Look at the 4 pipes at the bottom. You can see the parking sensors in the bumper, those crazy angular taillights, sloped roof. It's just an absolute exercise in angles. It's like they just threw the protractor away and, just went with the sharp edges. Have a look under the hood. Corvette style, it has this little pinch guy here that you can open. A lot of people say that this is a Cadillac Corvette, and they're not wrong. The Cadillac guys who made it, they'll argue with you. They say it has all kinds of Cadillac touches on it that made the ride better and, softer and smoother. I can never get in a damn XLR hood. And of course it has this Northstar V8 instead of the LS motor, which is all very much Cadillac, but it is essentially a C5 Corvette under there. You could see the maybe a C6. Forgive me, I'm out of whack today. That is a big V8, 4.8 liters. You know what is this thing? I always forget. No, it's 320 horsepower, 4.6 liter Northstar. Very advanced motor, variable valve timing, very peppy, very smooth, you know, an exceptional motor for this drivetrain. It's light, it's set way back, so the weight distribution is nice with the drivers and the passengers. And of course, it's all very clean and proper. All the sins are hidden under that giant big engine cover there, so it's all nice and pretty under the hood. You know, the attractiveness of this car, not just the edgy designing and the you know, the limited edition, but stuff like the way it looks under the hood is part of why this is going to be a collector car, and is already on the way to that. Down to the details, this car just works in a way the Alante didn't. I guess you all remember the Alante. That was kind of an incredible car in my mind. Absolutely amazing car. You know, somebody at Cadillac said, hey, I've got an idea. Let's build a two-seat front-wheel drive Roadster that purports to, you know, compete with the SL500. And we're going to build half of it in America. Then we're going to put it on a 747, and we're going to fly it to Italy, where they're going to finish the other half. Then we're going to send it back, and we're going to make a ton of money, you know, on these things. And I want to say, you know, back then they lost, what, $1 billion more? I imagine that guy got a promotion. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So in here we have this beautiful rich black leather, absolutely gorgeous. You can see on the sole panel here, it's obviously they didn't do long-term designing. Everyone I've seen has these weird little scuffs in it. But anyway, 114 of 250, all numbered, all very nice, absolutely mint in this 33,000 mile piece. The door panels, beautiful fit and finish. That is one area where Cadillac did get it over the Corvette. They obviously put a lot more money into the interior of the car, and it shows. And of course, the car cost a lot more than a Corvette, so that's how it happens. Anyway, heated power memory seats in fantastic condition, all original, never been leather medicked, only 2 of them, so quite nice. You've got lovely little bits of wood in here. You've got your push button door release, which is great. You also have your emergency manual release down here. If you get stuck in the thing, the push button won't open. You're still going to be able to get out, so thank God for that. All right, let's get in and fire it up. So to do that, foot on the brake, press this guy here, and that big, you know, one of our lights on. That big North Star fires right to life. All right, you see we've got a heads-up display. Pretty cool stuff. That's straight out of fighter jets and goes with this. God, that fan is loud. Goes with the whole stealth fighter thing. Very nicely. I think that must be a closed vent somewhere. Where the hell is it? Because it's not it's whistling. There it is. All right. It's better. You close your vents not quite all the way. You can make them whistle. Get our seatbelt on. Okay, so here we have an instrument cluster designed by Bulgari. I'm sure that's how you say it, or not. You've got, you know, full gauges. You've got your water temp, your oil pressure, your voltmeter, of course, a fuel gauge. It's a very simple thing to change between miles per hour and kilometers for the Canadian market. One cluster, nice and easy. With the heads-up display, you can control that over here. You can move it up or down to fit your eyeballs. You can dim it. You're not going to be able to change the what it displays, but you know, you don't really need to. Beautiful, lovely crafted wood and leather steering wheel, nice multifunction controls, including, you know, I've been having very bad luck with this voice command lately. Let me try that. See if this works. All right, because we're on no radio station at all here, so. 95.3.
This command is not available at this time.
Yeah, you see, I'm telling you, the voice command in these things is just eluding me these days. It hates me. Mercedes, Cadillac, you name it. They are just opposed to my very existence. Really is quite frustrating.
Note for note in its entirety.
And of course, we got commercials there anyway. Let's see if we can find some music.
The powerful insiders.
No, absolutely not. It's ride home, so it's ad time. Over here, you've got your headlight controls, fog lights, cruise control, all on one stalk. Nice. Over here, your wipers, intermittent, whatnot, washers, lovely. You've got all your trip information here. You can do English or metric. Just did an oil change on this thing. We've got good tire pressures. You can do lap timing if you're going to take it to Sebring. Our average speed is 2.6. You're not getting anywhere at 2.6 miles to the gallon with low range. So, oh God, there we go. We're not doing very well on that stuff. Very nice vents. This is kind of cheapy stuff, but it's fine. It's not as bad as it could be. It's certainly nicer than the Corvette. Sort of has a carbon fiber or, you know, textured aluminum look to it. But you know what? That is probably metal. It could actually very much be metal. It has a plastic. It's like metal simulating plastic. You've got a tilt stereo thing here. It doesn't want to do it. Oh, come on now. I did it earlier. I'm sure it's going to do it. Why won't it do it? Maybe I have to be over on map. I haven't agreed. Okay, so it's just not going to tilt open. I'm going to keep doing this until something happens. I guess I'm not. Okay, so it's not tilting open, but I guess we have our DVD drive in there anyway, or maybe it doesn't tilt. Here we've got our in-dash CD. Down here we've got the climate control, heated seats, nice, beautiful wood and leather shifter. Very simple cup holders here, which you can say are cheap. It's fine if you call them cheap. They're going to work, and that's the nice thing. It's easy. You can even remove the little centerpiece there if you have a, I don't know what you put in there, switchblade or something. Your cigarette lighter, I'm sure this has never been smoked in. No, absolutely perfect. Tire pressure reset. You got a great little spot in there for compact 9mm. You got another spot in here for extra clips and hand grenades and smoke bombs and, you know, whatever you might want to stuff in that place. That little guy is your rear, I don't know if I'm even getting that, rear parking sensor. That's going to light up. You'll be able to see that in the rear view mirror. All very lovely. Rear view mirror, you get your OnStar and your home link that tells you the passenger airbag's off. Here's your home link actually up there in the visor. Let's run the top so you see that. So to do that, I press this guy backwards. Windows go down. This little flap comes up. You're going to see the trunk come flying up from there. Comes into place. Back goes this beautiful folding hardtop. This was designed and built by Mercedes-Benz for Cadillac, so pretty cool stuff. Or was it Porsche? I think it was a mixture of Mercedes and Porsche, actually. Which is kind of funny because Porsche doesn't even really build a hardtop. At least they didn't. All right, so now we have open seat, open top motoring. Let me hop out and let you see that. And this car looks fantastic as a convertible. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, this thing. Really, really is. Those high-intensity headlights up front, those big square fogs. You got these little roll bars behind the seats. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just really, really pretty car. I don't think it's going to let me open the... It is. Nice. Okay. So now you get an idea of what you got with the top down. You can do, you know, like a few days shopping or throw some bags in there, whatever you need, but you're not going to fit a ton of stuff with the top down. Down it goes. Just nice to get a car in this kind of condition. All right, I'm going to get my seatbelt back on. I'm going to go for a drive and see if this North Star has any balls. So the truth is, this is, you know, despite being Corvette based, this is not really meant to be a serious sports car. You know, it's not bad. Of course, it's, you know, it would hold its own on the track. And I've seen some guys do that. They track these things, which cracks me up. But that was the beeper for the parking sensor. But it really isn't meant to be a sports car. It's meant to be a true sporty roadster for, you know, gentlemen to drive. So that heads up going. Man, plenty of torque out of that North Star. Look at those big square mirrors. Really, really cool touch. Just absolutely unique looking car. You got a honking going on. Man, does it drive nice. The crispness of the heads-up display. I just love XLRs. I love Cadillacs. What did I say? I'm a Cadillac guy. But just a real Elante that worked, finally. Rear-wheel drive, Corvette-based. Oh, she's a screamer. All right, so the thing really does get up and move. I hope that, you know, the audio didn't go as wonky there as I think it probably did, but you can tell the car has some pep to it, and a real joy to drive with the top down. If you want to paddle shift, or sorry, you know, you could go over to manual mode, bang your way through the gears. There's just no reason to. This is the true state of being for this thing. Just a nice leisurely cruise with the top down to the golf course, looking like $1 million and having people wonder what you're driving. You know, especially now that these aren't new cars anymore, a lot of people kind of forgot about them. They see one sitting in a parking lot, they have no idea what it is. You know, it could be the new Lamborghini Aventador in their minds. All right. Oh, we're going to crash. That could have been very unpleasant. All right, so look, come by this thing before I crash into somebody. I'm having too much fun driving it, especially with all these bushes in the median. You can't see anything when you're driving. There it is, 07 Cadillac XLR Roadster, Passion Red Edition, number 114 of 250. Just an immaculate, lovely car. Really fun to drive, rear-wheel drive, V8 powered, heads-up display, Corvette base, good handling, Cadillac charm. You know, put it in the garage, watch it go up in value, or just drive the hell out of it and have the time of your life. Either way, you're going to love having it. So if you have an interest, give us a call, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. Thank you so much for having a look. We appreciate it. And we will see you with the next one. I don't think I even got into the navigation, or I'm still trying, not available while driving. Try that again. I'm really pissed about that tilt. I don't know. That really is going to bug the crap out of me. So anyway, it's all working fine. You got AM, FM, satellite radio. You got your navigation. So I guess I just shouldn't question life. Thanks for having a look. We'll see you next time. Take care.